What are you looking at? What's up, you guys? It's your boy 3. What's going on, young goats? I'm gonna be showing you guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you guys how to cook with mementos, cause I'm nice with that deck. I'm nice with that deck. This deck, this is my main, bro. Like, there's no side with it. You know what? I'm not even gonna show the side. That's how serious I am about this. There's no side with this. This is my main deck. You know what I'm saying? This is my main deck, bro. I don't play no games when it comes. I'm 10 toes mementos. Stand on business. Mementos. Fiendsmith. Goblin Bikers. Everything. I'm talking about, like, bro, when I go with this, bro, I go crazy with this deck. Memento to me is a definitive tier 1 deck. Today I'm gonna show you guys a variant that's a very good meta call. As long as Ryzeal's the best deck, the list that I updated on YouTube that we'll talk about it later. That is the variant that I'm playing right now. It's Goblin Biker Memento. What it does is it gives a consistency boost that's noticeable. The premise also is that your consistency boost that you get from extra starters, because Memento Goblin's a goblin. Funny enough, Goblin Zombie is a goblin, so the Goblin Biker cards actually work with zombie decks if you really want to do like a combo-oriented zombie build, you know what I'm saying? There's cool bridges with the Goblin Biker cards, but Memento Goblin, its name gives this deck a different dimension on how you can play it. And yeah, the Goblin Biker cards allow you to access more frequently the Memento Goblin, which is one of my favorite combos because it's the most consistent combo. Engraver gets you there. The Goblin Biker cards get you there. You have more ways to access Memento Goblin than any other starter, so it's the combo that you resolve the most. So it's the weakest line that the deck has, and it's the most consistent. So how ironic, I'm going to show you guys how to combo with the weakest line this deck has, which is with Goblin. It's not going to be better than like Darkblade or Witch or like Horsey. But it pretty much is still full combo on its own, which is really nice. Yeah, so the Goblin Biker cards have a huge edge in XYZ based decks, especially when those XYZ monsters have an effect that detaches to do something to you. You can detach those cards and force out the interruptions. Like, this deck has a 1-card combo that takes all 3 pops from Detonator and full combos through it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of nice. So I'm gonna get into let's see here, solo mode, and I'm just gonna get straight into the combos. I'm not even gonna waste no time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not wasting nobody's time today. So holy Jesus, oh my god, it would do me like this only on DB, not in real life, which is crazy. That's one of the reasons why I can't stand DB. I'm gonna show you guys what one Terrortop does. Thanks for being in my hand, talking top work, because I'm gonna need you for later. Yo boy. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys what one Terrortop does. Terrortop is not only full combo, but it's the best combo in the deck. It's so powerful because you don't open up with your normal summon for this card, and it doesn't get interacted with the way other cards do, because there's not enough information to go off of just to justify hand trapping this, unless you have like 4 hand traps, right? If you have 4 hand trap, most people just hand trap the first thing they see. If you even breathe, Valor, Imperm, like it'd be like that. So I'm gonna show you guys what Terrortop does. It's still the best card, the best 1-card combo in the deck, and I'll show you guys why. And this is why the Goblin Biker cards are so cool for Memento. So Terrortop in the Takum Tomborg, you know what I'm saying? Type stuff. And then we're gonna overlay into Big Gabunga. Big Gabunga's effect is gonna search for any goblin. Because you didn't normal summon, what we're gonna do is something very cool, we're going to grab our, where's that boy at? We're gonna grab Doug, and we're gonna special summon Doug by detaching a material from Big Bunga. If you're going second, you're gonna one of their monsters, and then we're gonna add Grand Entrance to our hand off of the Doug, and this lets you detach. And this does, if you have Grand Entrance, when you activate this, you detach from a Detonator, and then you add a Doug, and then you activate Doug in hand to detach from Detonator, and then summon him, and then you use his effect to grab Breakout. And whether your opponent interacts with the Doug with Detonator or not, the next thing that you can do is break out the Doug into another card, and the Grand Entrance can actually banish itself from the grave to so like if you break out for Goblin, for example, like Memento Goblin, you can just like add it back from the grave if they pop it, but you'll just Grand Entrance to add back the Doug from the graveyard by detaching the last material from Detonator, which means you force them to Detonator preemptively on like the card that you summon off Breakout. That's a true 1-card combo, and you'll be able to play after that. So it's really, really nice. But anyways, we're gonna add entrance, activate it, and we're gonna grab this is the highest ceiling combo. I'm not gonna show you guys how to play through nib or anything like that right now. I'm just gonna show you guys why this is the best combo, even though it never resolves, right? Because nothing ever resolves in Yu-Gi-Oh. Nothing resolves. The only thing that really resolves, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time, sometimes not even all the time, handshakes. That's it. It's the only thing that's resolving right now in 2024. Handshakes. So yeah, this combo, by the way, this is tailor-made, custom 3-sticky, straight up GUU. I'm giving you guys like the raw, unfiltered honey from my brain. This is really, really crazy. This is cookage. All right, so we're gonna normal summon without tributing the Gone Wild because we didn't normal summon. We're gonna activate his effect. There's a ton of ways to play around nib with this combo. So if I hear any of those stupid comments people like to drop, like, but it loses to one failure though, but what does it do against shifter, but what does branded do against D barrier, but what does my deck that only synchro summon do against D barrier, but what about this, bro? If I hear one of those, if it's not educational, if it's not productive, boy, if you just say something to say something, save your breath, do yourself a favor and shut up. All right, so we're gonna summon out Memento Goblin from the deck. We're gonna go right here, and then I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna continue, so we're gonna go Goblin F, throw him in the grave. That's how we do it in Memento. When we play this deck, we just throw it in the grave. That's what we do. We're gonna add Fusion 10 because we're gonna dump a copy of Fusion and a copy of Gatic, and then the Gatic is gonna get summoned, and he's gonna add the Fusion from grave to hand. We will proceed to take the Doug specifically and the Big Gabunga and go into Moon and Requiem. I'm gonna throw Moon in the trash because I don't want this video to be super long. Where's Moon? There we go. And then we're gonna go Requiem effect here. And what's nifty is we're gonna put up Caesar, not to play around nib, but to insulate our inboard. This is the highest ceiling inboard you get, because you get Caesar and Desiree on top of your full Memento board. It's completely unbreakable. It's absolutely insane. It's cookage. And you also can play Diabell if you're playing into like board breaker matchups. So this deck truly, whether it goes uncontested or not, even if it's just your opponent only has 2 hand traps, sucks to suck, right? 2-card combos beating 2 hand traps, crazy. So we're gonna go Lacrima, dump Engraver. We're not gonna use Engraver right now. We're gonna use them way later. We're gonna go Requiem to equip to Lacrima, and then we're gonna take the Lacrima and throw her in the trash, and then we're gonna put up the Necro. You know, the other girl that's kind of more pretty, you know what I'm saying? She do look good. She look better than Lacrima. Then we're gonna overlay these right here, and we're gonna, I always summon in D, play around Lightning Storm, and it's not like he's gonna get attacked over because of Cranium Burst, so I just put Caesar in D. So you put up your Caesar here. Keep in mind you have not used your Engraver's effect yet. That's gonna be super relevant. We're gonna go Fusion, send off the Gatic, and then put, where you at? Dang, boy. Put Goblin back to the deck, you know what I'm saying? Just follow me here. I'm getting somewhere with this. This is going to be very productive in a second. And then we're going to go Twin Dragon F. Don't forget to throw that in the trash. He's going to pop himself. And what we're going to grab is you're going to grab Sheepy and then another name to fuse with. You can grab whatever you want because the names that you need engraved are going to get dumped off of Big Creation King anyways. You know what I'm saying? This the big Memento 2024/2025 combo tutorial for Goblin Bikers. You know what I'm saying? Big stack showing y'all how to get down with the Goblin Biker cards. So just for like sake of mind games, you also can just like, you can immediately just go straight into this big guy too, or you go Akiran. Sometimes what your opponent might think is, oh, he already had a good name in hand. And then this is gonna resolve its second effect to bring back the Sheepy. And then we're just gonna not the Sheepy, the Gatic, but we're gonna summon out the other animal here, and then we're just gonna use this effect to fuse all 3 of these into Big Creation King. Big Creation King, bro. You know what I'm saying? This man has that big energy. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump a copy of himself, and then we're gonna dump oh yeah, I did mess up, my bad. You not Creation King to hand. It's supposed to be Acheron for this line. So he's gonna come back later. We'll say bye to him for right now. So when you add off of the Twin Dragon, it's supposed to be Sheepy and Acheron. So Acheron's supposed to be in the grave. There we go. And then Creation King specifically dumps Witch. Follow me. This is my combo. This deck is so crazy that like you can make custom tailor-made combos that are not the standard lines, and there's just so many. This deck is always gonna find a way to secure the bag. We're always in there, bro. Like with the Memento, when we play Memento, just understand, bro. Like listen, we're always in there. Like they have 5 hand traps, we're in there because they're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh. You can't play with hand traps, bro. You just can't. Like that's the nice thing with this deck. They have Shifter. I have some secure lines through Shifter. We're just always in there, bro. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna banish a copy of himself, because he can do that, because he's like that. He's really this guy's like that. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna grab Memento Tiklan, activate that, and then we're gonna do something crazy. You guys are not ready for this. We're gonna go Fusion, pop Creation King. When you're going second, it's a lot easier because you just go Creation King, pop itself in a card, trigger your stuff, and just get free bodies, free pops, cookage. And then we're gonna get Bone Party here. Man, I promise the memes with this deck, the freaking the dirty jokes people be making with this, yeah. And then we're gonna go Field Spell 1, Acheron 2. You can chain block with Acheron even going first, which is something I learned. That's freaking sick. Summon out Witch. And then we're going to go, if you're going first or second, you can go Witch 1, Acheron 2. Going second, this is relevant because this card needs to resolve. You OTK through established boards with this deck. I'm just saying. It's a pretty bad deck, though. We're going to grab Combine Creation. Best deck. We're going to grab Combine Creation here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go Witch, target Mace, pop Acheron, summon Mace, Acheron at the Banished Fusion to the hand off of his effect. Because Acheron does that, because he's tight. Alright, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go Mace F. You can just pop herself, which is cute. She's cute. And then we're going to add, you guessed it, Cranium Burst. Acheron changed everything because Acheron, normally your inboards you would pick either Fusion or Bone Party or Cranium Burst, but now with Acheron you get all 3 of the spells and traps. Like the one that Fusion searched, that would be like the Bone Party a lot of the times, and you would Bone Party into like Mace, and you'd still be able to like Memento land to reset the Bone Party, so like you'd still be sitting on those, but you wouldn't be able to have like this unless you high rolled. Your hand had to be like a 2-card combo instead of a 1. But every 1-card combo gets you 3 Memento spells and traps, including the Fusion, which is just super clean with it. So yeah, super nice. And the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna Bone Party away this guy. Free real estate, absolute free real estate. And what I like to do, especially when I'm setting up my board breaker lines, like with Diabell, I like to get Darkblade up, because I can Guardian Chimera or Twin Dragon into Darkblade, or I Guardian Chimera and then I use Memento land or the Combined Creation to summon back out the Darkblade when my opponent sets a spell or trap and I have Diabell up. And then if Diabell already popped, I'll just, when they set, I'll activate something and then I'll just bring back the Darkblade and then I'll discard pop, you know what I'm saying? So it's still an interruption, bro. If you're playing against Ubel, they have a bunch of stuff that they're gonna need up, right? Like they activate gates. Darkblade's a real life interruption. So I like just putting them out there, you know? So we're gonna summon Darkblade, but the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get Goblin out again. So we're gonna Darkblade into Goblin. Hope you're following me. These combos are long. If you play this deck, just have something for time, because your opponent is gonna try and interact with you a lot, and they're gonna try and read your cards a lot. So here's Goblin. We're not doing anything with that. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go Engraver to put back the Moon. I don't play the Fiendsmith Trap right now, but you leave these so that you give that information, you know what I'm saying, that mind game. Your opponent will play around something that you don't have, or if you actually play it, then that's even crazier. That adds another layer to your inboard. So this is, when I say unbreakable, cookage. Like, this deck has like for no reason type vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like this deck just does like the absolute, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, we're gonna summon out the sequence, and when you're on the Diabell stuff, you actually summon out the Baphomet by putting back Sheepy and a Fiend. So whether it's Engraver or Goblin, you put back Sheepy and Goblin, and then you dump Diabells, which is anti-spell on legs, and you leave these, and you have the Fiendsmith Trap like for another interruption. But for here, we're just gonna put all these back because they've done what they needed to do, and we're just sayonara, you know. Put all those back right there. And we're gonna summon out our Desiree, and I still summon in D. And I put him in the animal zone because he can't be targeted anyways. And then we take the witch in the sequence, and then we go up into SP here. And yeah, it's just super clean, super nice. We put the sequence to spell a trap off of its F, and then the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put some stuff back. We're gonna go twin, you can go back, twin, what up slime? And then we're gonna put mace, you can go back. Akiran, you can go back. That's 3 so far. Goblin, there's cool lines like when you know the matchup and you know like it's Rizio, right? You know they're gonna target pop your cards. You leave Gaddock and Goblin in your grave because Memento gets one of them back and Combine gets the other. So Combine still goes Witch for Mace, and you can still go Memento because of you're gonna get Bone Party. So you can like pop your Witch, you know, pop your Witch, summon out like a Horn Dragon. And then get the Gaddock off the grave and then Gaddock back for the Goblin, or you can literally Bone Party for the Goblin, you know what I'm saying, and still trigger the Memento land to reborn the Gaddock and then grab something else back. Whatever you want to do. It's just this deck has fluidity times 10 billion. So that's 3, I believe. And so what we're gonna do next is we're going to go 4, so that's 4. And then I'm gonna leave Gaddock because Gaddock is gonna be crazy on the crack back. On the crack bag, you know what I'm saying? Big bag, big bag. And so we're gonna leave specifically Witch, Darkblade, Gaddock. So you get all these extra names too off this 1-card combo. Like it's crazy because you can actually that's relevant for summoning him multiple times. So we're gonna summon this guy here, and what your inboard is gonna look like is Fusion, Cranium Burst, In Phase, Field Spell to reset the Bone Party. And this doesn't look like a lot. I'm just kidding. This is a lot. This is a lot, but there's even more. The thing with Memento is it has hidden layers that come from all over the place. I'm talking about, bro, this deck will throw you 10 pieces, bro. Like 10 pieces, bro. You can weave all you want, and it's gonna catch you, bro, with a left hook. A right hook is gonna step on your toes, spit in your face, and then stomp you in the nuts. It's always gonna have something. So yeah, that's your inboard. It's completely unbreakable. 5 off Cranium Burst, 1 off SP, that's 6. Desiree, that's 7. Caesar, that's gonna be 9. Bone Party into the Horn Dragon, that's gonna be 10. Fusion into Chimera, or if you don't have monsters that you can spare, then you just fusion into Twin Dragon. Twin Dragon, pop the Horn Dragon type stuff, you know what I'm saying? But either way, that's gonna be 10. Combined into the Witch is gonna be 11 because that's Mace, and then the Memento Tiklan. So what you do is you go combined into Creation King, so that's 11, and then when this pops or when the Bone Party pops, you use Memento Tiklan to bring back Witch to grab Mace, and that's 12. So that's 12 interruptions, technically 13, because when you Guardian Chimera with the Fusion, you can use the Desiree as a material and then send one of their cards to the grave. So you get 13 interruptions off of just the 1-card combo. Best 1-card combo in the entire deck. So yep, we're gonna reset. Yeah, it's completely unbreakable. No deck right now in modern Yu-Gi-Oh right now in 2024 is as resilient as Mementos and has a 1-card combo that puts 13. Yubel's 1-card combo does not put up 13. It doesn't. It puts up a lot, but it's not 13. It's not. All right, so I'm just gonna be showing you guys Goblin stuff. So now that you guys have seen what the Terrortop does, I'm gonna show you guys what Doug does. And Doug does the same thing that if it's specifically Doug and Grand Entrance do the exact same thing. As well as Gone Wild is a little bit different. So like if you open with Grand Entrance, you can search Gone Wild if you don't have a normal summon, but most of the time you do. And it plays greedier into Nib. Gone Wild, I like it in my deck as a target for breakout, because I can break out into critical mass through hand traps, going second, force Nib early with my 2 bodies into Moon and Requiem. So that's why I play Gone Wild. I don't play him as a line to upper echelon my combos. I play him as a secure the bag kind of card. I resolve breakout or I resolve Doug, and I can go critical mass going second through multiple hand traps. Going first, I don't need that body unless I'm Terrortop in their life, you know. So same situation. Entrance or Doug are the exact same thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Doug for Grand Breakout, or Entrance for Doug and then Doug for Grand Breakout. Either way, they all equate to the same thing. So we'll just throw them in the trash. And then you break out from Memento Goblin. And if you guys were familiar with the Terrortop combo, it's the exact same combo, except you're not getting a Caesar on top of your inboard because you didn't get the extra 2 bodies off the big Gabunga. So you just break out for Goblin and then you do your thing, Goblin to the grave, and you're gonna do, it's the same exact thing. So just for the sake of simplicity, so you guys can understand, if you need to re-watch multiple times, that's fine. Watch the Terrortop combo. I'm gonna show you one more time the Goblin combo, and then you're gonna understand that every Goblin Biker card does this same exact thing. So we're gonna go Memento Fusion here, throw Memento Fusion to the grave, and we're gonna go for Gaddick. Where you at, boy? That's my dog, bro. All right, so Gaddick, give me Fusion back to hand, you know, type stuff. And then I'm gonna just put everything to the bottom, you know. Why not? Like, literally, honestly, seriously, like, literally, why not? All right, so put those back, and then we're gonna go Fuse, throw you in the trash, put you back where you belong for right now, and then you're gonna go up in a twin. Keep in mind that will be this is going to be summon number 4, the twin, because you had the Biker, the Goblin, you have the Gaddick, and now the twin. So this is gonna be summon number 4. So this is rougher into Nib because chaining Nib to Sleepy is kind of crazy. So that's where the Goblin Bikers are not as strong as just starting off with actually Memento Goblin, because it's 1 less summon. So your Sheepy would be summon 4, and then Creation King summon 5, which plays cleaner in a Nib. But a lot of people still just hold their Nib, because if you have extenders and you have a way to get to Creation King, combine creation also, it just feels like the nib just doesn't have value, because a lot of people use their nib to just take Cranium Burst offline, because that's the best layer to your inboard most of the time, and it's the card that's the hardest to play around because it doesn't play in the talents. It literally builds 5 layers on top of itself. It's just busting for real, like literally bust their face wide open. So what's cool though is if you have the extra names, you can cook a little different. Keep in mind that this can respect Nib a little bit more in a secret effect that you guys don't know about, that I'm gonna put you guys onto today in the big 2024. Acuron to hand, twin, summon this. This is not optimal, but if this is all you have and you want to respect Nib the absolute most, what you do is you go in main phase, and your opponent doesn't Nib you because they're not going to, but if they do, it's funny, they Nib you, you get the Nib token, you pop it with Fusion, and then you keep comboing. But what you do is you go in main phase. This is a secret technique. Nobody knows this. Nobody teaches you guys this. This is why you have to subscribe to my channel. I don't even know what you're doing. Like, literally run me my likes, my flowers, and subscribe, bro, because this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, we big brain out of proportion. Y'all seen Sheen on Jimmy Neutron, bro? I'm like, bro, mega mind right now. All right, so we go in phase. And if they nib you, they're goofy. It's their funeral, and you just go Sheepy. And this is just a way that you can secure some engine and follow up and interruptions all at the same time while respecting Nib. Because keep in mind that the combo starting with Doug, the Goblin Bikers do have a weakness, right? You play harder into Nib with Goblin Biker cards because you naturally get extra summons before you get to your main line. But this is just a way that you can play around it. It's not the most optimal, but this is better than summoning Sheepy, declaring Sheepy effect, and then your opponent goes chain Nib. While that's still not the end all be all, because I can show you guys both, but I'm just gonna show you guys this cool play because this is funny. And simplified game states, like, this is gonna secure the bag. You're gonna go Creation King, and you're just gonna dump 3, and you're just gonna get Creation King, you know, and follow up, and it's nice, and it's a cute thing that you can do. The other thing that you can do, which is something that I do more often than not, I'm not gonna lie, that's like a desperate line, but like it's relevant that you should know, because if that's all you have and you just want to set up a Creation King, or like you actually need that, you want the pokety poke, that's fine. But the other thing that you can do is this, and I'm gonna show you guys why Memento Fusion is so broken, is you summon Sleepy, they chain Nib, right? because you guys already know what Goblin does. I already showed you guys the Goblin combo in the first one, and oh my god, if I hear that one more time, bro, listen, it's a combo tutorial. All right, anyways, so they're gonna nib you, you get the token, right? Boom, bat, and we're gonna remove it because we're gonna go fusion, banish, pop, and then we're gonna grab a bone party, and what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna play through nib, you know what I'm saying? So there's multiple layers to it, there's multiple nuance. I wanted to show you guys the cool sleepy tech because people forget sleepy can activate at any time during your turn. So I just like that. If you guys didn't know, now if you don't know, now you know. We're gonna pop Acheron, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna summon out, since we already played through nib, we're just gonna load our grave with names. We're gonna summon out Darkblade, New Chain. Acheron's gonna add the banished fusion to hand. Dun, 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 dun. And that's also, this is another reason why when I was saying earlier, sometimes people would just like hold their nib for when they see that you have creation access, like to try and cut you off cranium burst. It's because your lines that play into nib with fusion, and fusion naturally extends as long as you resolve Twin Dragon. That's why like there's nuance to Twin Dragon first over Creation King, but then Creation King over Twin Dragon is like way more powerful because you get Field Spell and Memento Fusion. So when they nib you, you have like double extension layers. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's tough, man. So then we're gonna Darkblade into Witch right here. And then we're gonna trigger the Acheron, and then the Witch effect is also gonna trigger here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Where you at? And we're gonna grab this boy to hand. So your inboard's going to be weaker naturally because you got nibbed, but you played through it. And so keep in mind, Darkblade's really important. You're just loading up your grave of names. You have 4 names right now. The Acheron's gonna make 5, and you're gonna have the 6th name, which is the Witch, to leave up for the combined creation for the Snatch Steal interaction. And then the next thing that you're gonna do is you're just gonna literally take these 2, go up in the Moon Requiem, Fiendsmith combo into a Desiree or a Caesar. Desiree or Caesar, either one, and then you're gonna put up your creation, combined creation, and you're gonna have Fusion plus Desiree plus the Witch Engrave with the Snatch Steal interaction. And you're also going to have the Guardian Chimera line with Fusion sending off the Desiree to Sin. So you're going to have still a lot of layers, right? You're going to literally have like the Desiree, you're going to have the Snatch Steal, and you're going to have the Guardian Chimera, which is like 4 or 5 interruptions through a nib with the 1-card combo. It's not bad. It is cleaner without the Goblin Biker cards because your Sheepy is not the nib summon, which just gives you a better way to play around nib, because putting up Creation King, because everybody nibs at different times. That's the thing with Memento, and like this is a strength that people don't talk about enough, is that this deck does play into hand traps but plays fluidly through them so well. It doesn't matter that Bone Party can get ashed, because Bone Party is an extender contextually a lot of the times. So unless it's the only card in your hand, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that all your cards can be effect negated with like Valor, Emperor, Mourner, because you have like Bone Party, you have Fusion, and you have Breakout. You have a ton of ways to extend through hand traps. You have Terrortop if you're on that gas. You have Horsey as a natural extender, which means that Witch is going to resolve all the time. It's just crazy because you hand trap this deck incorrectly, punishment. You hand tap this deck correctly, punishment. They opened up one of the quick plays, punishment. You nib them at the right spot, punishment. There's no way that you're gonna make this deck end on nothing no matter what you do. And the deck's only weakness is to shifter. And so like I'm just gonna cut it right there. There's not much else we're gonna show you. That's it, bro. That's it. Like what you're gonna do is you're gonna listen to stacks, watch the first combo. That's all you need to know. The Goblin Biker cards always do that. The only difference is you're gonna get more summons in the nib territory, but I just showed you guys 2 different cool ways that you can play around nib or through it. It's your choice, it's your preference. The game state is gonna determine everything. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I'm not gonna go any further. I don't need to, because if y'all want to see more, you know I'm that Memento GOAT. Run me my likes and subscribe, and I got you, bro. I got you on an actual regular combo tutorial without the Goblin Biker cards. But the reason why you need to play Goblin Bikers in 2025, the big 2025, is because Ryziel is a deck, and as long as Ryziel is a deck, we're detaching from everything, baby. I don't care if it's a Dweller, a Detonator, I don't care what it is, bro. I'm dropping all its materials and I'm gonna blow your back out headshots. So that's it, dude. Deuces is wild. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.